Hey guys, Luna here, and welcome to another episode of That Crypto Hustle. I'm here with Freddie.
Hi Luna, thanks for having me. It's an honor.
Yeah, super. I'm super excited to have you here. So Freddie is a crypto hustler, and he's been in the game. How long have you been in the game so far?
Well, to be honest, not that long. I think it's almost 1 year now. I think I've been looking into crypto before, but to be honest, I bought my first Bitcoin in end of November 2016.
Ah, okay.
So officially not even a year. So.
Well, I mean, I feel like a lot of people, there's obviously like a range, you know, there's the early adopters, there's the people who've been doing it since the very onset of Bitcoin, and more obviously, because it's gaining popularity, there's people who've been in the game like only a few years, like 2-3 years. I just started really getting it, my feet wet, I guess, like a few months ago, and really interested in it. So I'd love, from your perspective, what's been the most interesting thing about crypto, and why are you so excited about it?
Oh, that's a really difficult question. I mean, like you said, you know, I mean, some people are playing the game a little longer than me. I got in a year ago, but I still feel I'm a pretty early adapter. I mean, if you go out on the streets, ask a random guy or women or whoever, do you own any cryptos? Like 9 out of 10 times the answer will be no. You know, because in the daily life nobody's paying with it yet. I think it's just the younger generation at this moment, like the guys like 18 to 25 who are all over crypto. And I think, to be honest, the next generation is really gonna boom crypto. You know, today's kids, you know, like in 5 to 10 years, it's gonna change the world.
So can you tell our followers, like, what do you currently do to stay updated about cryptocurrency? Like, what are some of the news publications that you're currently following?
All right. For you guys out there who don't own any crypto yet or are planning to buy some crypto soon, do your homework. That's the first advice I can give you. You know, I mean, there are so many opportunities online where you can read about coins, whether it's news sites, blogs, YouTube vlogs. There's so much going on about cryptocurrencies these days. So when I started buying my first coins, I didn't do any research at all. I just looked at the price. I thought, hey, this is low, this is cheap, less than a dollar, less than 10 cents. I say, what can I lose? I mean, if this is gonna be the next Bitcoin. So I just bought and bought and bought. But in the end, most of those coins didn't even survive, and I lost a lot of money. So I would tell everybody, before you buy something, make sure you know what you buy. What does this coin do? Who's developing it? Look at the team, look at their website, look at the community, look at their social media. Like after I bought a bunch of coins, I started looking into them, and I said, hey, these guys, they haven't posted anything on Twitter for like 4 years, and I'm like, no wonder the coin is not going up. You know, these guys don't give a damn about their social media or their social media appearance. So yeah, do your homework. For example, me, my favorite site is CoinMarketCap, of course, which is like the Wikipedia for all coins, all listed coins. You can check them there. You can check the charts. You can get links to the official websites of the different coins. I also use a lot of news websites, obviously Bitcoin, CoinDesk, Coinbase. But the thing is with news websites, is it altered the news a little bit? Well, you never know who's behind it, you know, like obviously a website like Bitcoin, the guy who owns Bitcoin is heavily invested in Bitcoin, so you will not find negative press releases on his website because it's gonna damage his own money. So when it comes to news sites and articles, just make sure you vary your sources, you know. You have a lot of websites who are mainly are positive about Ether, while other websites are very critical about it. So just make sure you get your news from different sources, but in the end, you gotta make your own opinion, you know. The thing is with cryptocurrencies at the moment, it's just brand new, you know. It's a completely new world. There's no regulations, there's no legislation, nothing is happening because it's just brand new, you know. Like any other stock or other financial instruments, you have the rating agencies who are involved, regulations are in place. But when it comes to crypto, yeah, you never know. You know, anything is a gamble, or a lot of things are a gamble at the moment. And you might make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot. You look at the cryptocurrency market at the moment. 90% of the people who are getting into it, they are getting into it to make money. They're investing and they're just hoping their coin will blow up.
But a lot of these people, are they doing day trading? Is that how they're making their money, or how does it work?
Not the majority. Yeah, I think the majority of the people they're just holding. You know, stacking it up. Maybe they read something about it a year ago while it was still 1,000 and. They feel sorry they didn't get in yet, and now we see it's 7,000, so they buy, and those people just keep it for the long term. But definitely a big part of a lot of people are doing day trading as well. But those are the more savvy, nerdy type of guys, because if you want to do day trading, it becomes a job. You know, you need to invest more time in it and know how all the tools work. Mm-hmm. But like you asked me, how do you see it in the future? You know, like. I think within 2018 we're gonna see a little starting that all retailers and we're gonna see more of the cryptocurrency use in the daily life. You know, but not Bitcoin, because when you look at it as a currency which you can use to buy goods, Bitcoin definitely isn't the best coin out there. It's too slow, definitely, and as you can see, Bitcoin got a lot of new competitors, and those are the coins, like for example Zcoin, which is definitely the perfect coin to use in your daily life. You know, use it at the supermarket, use it at the club, at your favorite restaurant, or wherever. And I think next year, maybe in 2 years, maybe in 5 years, there will be a lot of more retailers accepting cryptocurrencies as a form of payment.
Wasn't there rumors that Amazon is thinking about using some form of cryptocurrencies?
A lot of companies are talking about it at the moment. You know, even McDonald's is thinking about launching their own coin. I'm from Holland, but even in Holland, some local, we have our local takeaway.com. It's accepting bitcoins to order your pizza and stuff like that. Online casinos, online websites, mostly online businesses, they start accepting Bitcoin, you know, mostly as a test phase, but I think, I can't predict it exactly, but we're just gonna see an increase in daily use of cryptocurrencies.
So,
and not just as an investment, just to pay your stuff like a real currency.
No, definitely. I guess what's confusing is that there's so many players and there's so many different cryptocurrencies that are coming into the game, and it's really hard to keep track as to what's what. So when you're making a choice to invest in an actual cryptocurrencies, like what's your process? What do you look at to decide whether or not it's worth your time?
All right. Well, I look at whenever there's a new coin or there are some rumors about a coin that's gonna break through or increase in value a lot. I look at the product, or what is this coin doing, you know, and then obviously you got two kinds of coins. The first one is always a payment coin, which you use to get something for it, whether you buy something online. But a lot of other coins, they are just businesses, and the coins, you can see them as stocks. You know, it's a coin represents a part of that company. Like for example. Let me think of a good example. For example, you got a company called Lisk, which is coming up. Or Ethereum also. They have a product. They built a platform which other developers can use to launch their products, their apps, or anything they wish, and they make money of it because of the service they provide. You know. So I prefer to invest in coins that are run like a business, because those guys. Obviously, they want to make money because they have a team in place, salaries need to be paid, so they have targets, and I like to see that, you know. And you told me you got more and more coins coming these days, but it's nothing yet. Next year there will be over 10,000 coins because every single company out there will launch their own coin. Because, like I mentioned before we started this interview, we're gonna have a switch from like the fiat financial world to the digital cryptocurrency world. So any company that's active, all the multinationals, especially online companies, they will all launch their own coin as a form of an IPO, like ICO, you know.
But don't you think that there's going to be a point where government starts catching up, and I mean, especially like with, it's an opportunity for a lot of people to do money laundering.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the risk, let's say, if you're investing in these coins and then there's a form of shutdown? I mean, we already saw it happen partially with Bitcoin, you know, when there were a lot of of the things that happened a few years back. So what do you think are some of the repercussions? I mean, obviously you're taking a risk, but shouldn't you look at that as well?
Definitely, yeah. It's something to take in account. But the thing is, we don't know yet what kind of impact regulations would have on a certain coin. It can be negative, but it can be very positive as well. Mm-hmm. Like for example, the Russian Ministry of Finance 2 days ago, they came with a statement. They are rolling out a new like a plan to start regulating ICOs to protect investors, to protect customers, and it might be a good thing. As soon as there are regulations in place, it might reach a bigger public. You know, people trust it, and which can create a lot of new money to invest. But on the other hand, if a government isn't really willing to negotiate regulations, it might have a negative impact. For example, what happened in China with NEO.
Yeah.
Like NEO was supposed to be the the Ethereum of China, and was expected to be at $1,000 already, but they're still at $25. Why? Because the Chinese government, they just banned it overnight, and they just said, hey, ICOs are illegal. Okay, then obviously the chart stagnates and nothing is happening. So there you go. And luckily for NEO, it didn't drop all the way down, but that could also happen.
Yeah.
So definitely there's the risk involved. But as I said, it's a new world. Time will tell how regulations. Well, for me, I think regulations will have a negative impact, because I think all the cryptocurrencies. They grew up from everybody wants to be their own bank. We don't want to have anything to do with the government, the IRS, or whatnot. Mm-hmm. We want to be free. I mean, that's the true Bitcoin initiative, and also more privacy and anonymous. As soon as you get government interference, things like that might get lost. Or
definitely. So can you tell us the different cryptocurrencies you're really excited about? You mentioned Zcash.
Zcoin. I think, for example, Zcoin is one of my favorite coins at the moment. I think next year, the price is already breaking through. You know, myself, I bought Zcoin like a year ago, which was one of the coins I didn't know anything about it, but this was one of the ones that is going good. You know, it's growing strongly. The difference between Zcoin and Bitcoin, for example, Zcoin is a completely privacy coin compared to Bitcoin. A lot of people think Bitcoin is a privacy coin as well, but it's definitely not. Zcoin is fast. It's like 200 times faster than Bitcoin. It's easier. I mean, a lot of people who are trying to get into crypto, and I tell them, hey, this is how you do it. They can't even manage with the wallets and everything, and all the codes and the private keys. It's not that easy as it looks to get some coins. With Zcoin, on the other hand, it's very easy. So, that's a coin I compare to Bitcoin, which I'm very enthusiastic about it. But besides that, I'm only looking at the moment. I'm focusing on coins, the 2.0, the 3.0 coins, the coins of the future. Who are already, if you want to make money these days, you have to look at the coins who bring something new to the table compared to all the coins that are already out there. For example, one of my favorite coins at the moment is Lisk.
So what's that? I haven't heard about that one.
Oh, it's going crazy. This is these guys. They build a new platform like Ethereum as well, but their major difference is all the people who use Ethereum to build apps or build platforms or build certain applications or web-based things. They all need to learn the Ethereum programming code. I don't even know the official name. but it's not that easy. You need to do a lot of work. The things the guys at List did, they created a similar platform, but only based on Java. And
so to make it a lot easier.
it's so much easier. And I mean, Java is I don't have a programming background, but I think it's the #1 programming language in the world. So as soon as these guys launch their platform, I mean, they will get so much business from all these developers and programmers and coding guys all over the world. Their potential is like 10 times bigger than Ethereum. And 22nd of November, so in a few days, the management of List, which is also a real company, you know, the coin is only used as you get a part of the company but on the 22nd of November they have a secret meeting in November, or they're gonna share some information about what's happening, and the rumors is that they signed a deal with Google, which is
change everything.
Which is huge, of course. And these guys. And then in December they're gonna launch their first Java platform for Java-based applications and stuff. So we're gonna see a lot of exciting stuff coming from these guys.
And where can you buy those altcoins? Can you also buy them on Coinbase or?
No, the altcoins are a bit more
trickier?
difficult to get. But the most easiest place to get a lot of altcoins is Bittrex.
Bittrex?
Yeah,
Okay.
Bittrex is like a trading platform which offers most of the altcoins, and when it comes to user friendly, it's very easy to use. So even if you don't have a technological background and you don't know how all the charts work and stuff, Bittrex is the most easiest website out there. I think the best thing, the easiest way to get in, like depends on where you live. You know, I mean, because there are a lot of restrictions on your home country. You know, but like if you use credit cards, if you live in the States or in Europe, then blockchain.info is my favorite wallet. You know, it's just pretty easy. You can log in, deposit with your credit card. The only thing is you can only buy Bitcoin or Ether.
Ethereum, yeah.
That's it. Another marketplace I use, it's pretty easy. It's called Lightbit. You can pay there with all your local bank accounts, like all the Scandinavian countries, France, Holland, Belgium, UK, and also
that's
with your
also
credit
Bitcoin
cards.
Ethereum, or you can buy Litecoin there.
You can buy like I think 20 different coins, not the altcoins, but like Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin.
So how many cryptocurrencies do you have rolling right now?
Well, at the moment I have a portfolio of around 25 different Bitcoins.
Okay.
Like it's crazy. When I started, there were like, I remember looking at CoinMarketCap, and there were like 80 coins to choose from. But I looked today, and there were like 1,300 something, you know.
Wow.
And I think next year it's gonna be over 10,000, because every day 3 to 5 coins are popping up, and we're gonna see only a bigger increase in volume. I advise everybody to be skeptic. You know, I mean, there are a lot of people making quick bucks, but that goes both ways. You know, I mean, a lot of these developers, they developing coins and ICOs and whatnot. They pretend to do something, but who knows?
I was asking, seems that Bitcoin is slow compared to the newer coins. Why is it still so strong? Like, why is
I think Bitcoin is the most known coin out there. You know, I mean, a lot of people only use, when they talk about crypto, they use the word Bitcoin. All you hear is Bitcoin. So everybody who steps in now, whether it's for investment reasons or whatnot, they will definitely get some Bitcoin, because that's the gold rush. I think at the moment Bitcoin is driving the entire market, because that's the best example. To show somebody who wants to make money, you show the Bitcoin charge and you say, hey, your $100 invested in 2013 would have given you $1 million today.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, how can you say no to that? Even especially if the charge is still going up.
You don't think the speed will affect that?
No, not at the moment, because everybody who's buying Bitcoin at the moment, they're just buying it to make money and not to stack it up.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of speculation around Bitcoin, because I think the majority of people know that it might not make it through time, especially with everything that happened with the fork and whatnot. So
definitely,
there's coins that are more efficient in the market, right?
Definitely, yes. So well, especially at the moment, you see a Bitcoin rush because probably somewhere this month or next month they're gonna have the Bitcoin gold fork, which means everybody who owns Bitcoin will get a chunk of Bitcoin gold, which is driving the price at the moment as well. But I think next year we're gonna have a lot of more coins who have a value over $1,000. And to be honest, I'm not advising not to buy Bitcoin because I own Bitcoin as well. But it's not so sure where it's gonna go. It might end up at over 100K for each coin. I mean, there are a lot of big guys in the industry claiming that. And if you look at it, if it's a gold rush, some guys claim if only 1% of the world starts using crypto and if Bitcoin is still around, it's worth 2.5 million for one Bitcoin.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't want to miss out, so I said at least I keep a few Bitcoins.
Yeah.
But on the short term, well, don't expect to get rich quick, you know.
Right.
It's not gonna quadruple in a day like it did last years, you know.
Right.
You talk about going into the coins versus into the ICOs.
ICOs can be more profitable, but it's more risky as well, obviously, because especially these days a lot of ICOs they flop or they don't provide enough information, so you don't even know what you're investing in. And but in the end, if you have a successful ICO and you get certain coins with a lot of discount, I mean these days there are definitely ICOs offering 25 to 30% discount. So it's a thing to look into. But if you're new to crypto, just stick to buying some coins, save them, see how they increase in value. And if you're really interested in learning more about ICOs and the opportunities around ICOs, just like I said, do your homework and you will find out. And maybe we'll do another vlog about ICOs in the future.
But don't you think it's scary that a lot of people are currently investing without having a proper financial background or like having an understanding of how it works? Do you think by just like getting your information from the news and not really, I mean, beyond that, do you think that's enough?
No. I mean, a lot of people they make mistakes, but with any other investment, you know, you do your homework and don't invest any money you can't lose, you know. And that's the thing, like I mentioned before, this whole world it needs to grow, it needs to develop. It's new for everybody. I mean, there are people talking about like they are the best Bitcoin or best crypto analysts out there, but nobody can tell because we don't have a track record. You know, like if we look at the Nasdaq or the Dow Jones, we can look at 40 years of numbers and we can draw conclusions and give advice and make analysis. But for crypto, it's all brand new. Who knows what's going to happen? Nobody really knows, and a lot of things that are happening are unexplainable. I mean, some coins, they don't even have a website and they boom up 500% in one day, which means a lot of people made a lot of money, and there is definitely no explanation to give, you know, and you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. I mean, there are a lot of pump and dump schemes going on. Like 4 nights ago, we had this South Korean group doing a Bitcoin Cash pump. They pumped the price from Bitcoin Cash from $1,200 to $2,500 and then dumped everything. Luckily, I was awake that night, so I made some extra money. But a lot of people, they wake up devastated and with the potential, they turn a potential profit into a huge loss.
So when that happens, how do you find out about it? How did you know this was happening?
Well, I found it out. A buddy of mine told me, and he said, have you seen what's happening? I said, I saw what's happening, but I was planning to go to bed, you know. And then I said, no, let's stay up, see what's happening, because there were rumors going on, like in one night, Bitcoin Cash would take over Bitcoin in price, and Bitcoin was going, while Bitcoin Cash was doubling up, and it was mayhem, you know. So things like that can happen. And so far, the whole market is growing, so most of the coins are increasing in value. But next year, we're gonna see a shift. Yeah. We're gonna see a battle. A lot of coins they're just gonna disappear and go down to zero, and that's where you will see a lot of people being ruined, or like, hey, damn, why did I invest in this coin? And they wake up and they can increase in value like in one night they can lose 100%. and other issues like hacking. We're gonna see some hacking scandals coming up.
Well, it happened this week with Ethereum.
It already happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ethereum got hacked. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Can we put stop losses in? Is there?
Definitely, yeah, you can.
Is it too volatile for that, or does it work?
No, it works, but then you're one step ahead. You know, like if you really want to do trading with stop and loss orders and then the margin trading, if you're into it, yes, there are definitely opportunities, and that's where the real money is these days. I'm not a day trader, you know. I just pick my picks and just hope for the best. But a lot of these young guys, they wake up and they just start trading Ether and Bitcoin and whatnot. They just look at the charts all day, and by the end of the day, their wallet is empty, but they made a nice profit.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for taking the time to participate in that Crypto Hustle podcast,
right.
and I want to thank you as well for being part of it.
Can I say one more last thing to the viewers? You know, I just realized there's this new company. It's called Robinhood. If you're not into crypto yet, these guys in 2 weeks they're gonna launch a trading platform where you can buy, trade, sell any coin you want without paying any fees. They really launched a nice product, or it's not live yet. I'm using the beta version at the moment. So guys, really check it out. You can buy coins without paying any fees. So if you're new to the coins and you don't want to pay a lot of high fees, just try it out.
What was the website again?
The website is Robinhood, not Robinhood, but Robinhood, COBINHOOD.com.
Cool. And how did you find out about these guys?
I found out about it about a guy who made a vlog about them, and it's brand new. So they just launched their beta version like 5 days ago.
Nice.
And I'm using it, so I'm doing a lot of trades there.
Is it super user friendly?
It's better than Bittrex.
Wow.
The only thing, they're just new, and probably their product's gonna improve only more.
And so, if people want to follow you, what's the best place?
People, if you want to follow me on Instagram, hashtag Freddie Goodlife, and you can stay updated about my crypto life and everything else I do.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching.
Thanks.
And make sure to tune in, and I'm so happy that you came in.
Thank you, yeah, it was a good time.
Here in Barcelona.
Yes, have a good weekend, guys, and don't forget to buy your coins.
Yeah, make sure to buy some coins. Bye, guys.
See ya, ciao.